Oh, that's fine. Hello. Here we go. Hello. There we go. Hello, radio. I think my receiver shit the bed. Well, let's see. Oh. Alright. So, no one's on right now. Either my receive's dead. Let's take a spin around the band. Oh, I'm hearing people. Maybe no one's on. Let's see. I don't know. Seems to be working. I guess nobody's around. Let's see. So, when I got this thing, the receive was a little in and out wonky, and I noticed that when I got the photo fact for it. Oh, someone just said they're listening. Let's see. Yeah, how about you, Hawkeye? Hawkeye, you got a copy? Hello, Hawkeye. Hello, Hawkeye. Where are you? Are we on channel 12 tonight? What are we doing?
Radio man, can you hear me?
Holy smokes. I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can. It sounds like you're really underdriving
something. Alright. Well, let me see if, give me a minute.
No carrier, like giving me a nothing.
Oh, I hear Hawkeye. Yeah, it might be this amp. I don't know. Or it could be the radio. I got this 100 bilinear hooked up, and it doesn't do anything till you start talking. It's a little weird. Alright. Well, I got some work to do, I guess. First, I gotta have my snack. So, This is a Regency range game.
Alright. We are trying to make some smoke over here, boys. Oh yeah. Audio.
I hear Hawkeye and someone with a Roger beep calling you, but they're obviously not hearing me.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but it is not amazing.
Alright. Well, let's see what we can figure out. Oh. Hello, test. 1, 2, 1, 2.
I want to be one of them guys.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
Yeah. So we only got one meter on here. One tuning knob. Just about 100 watt carrier. Yeah, audio with some dozy peak. Well, I guarantee my bird peak will peak more, but anyway. Stock mic, 100 watts, swinging 350, give or take. Let's see, this was down, and probably tune some more peak. Here's a 40 watt carrier, audio.
Preamp seems to work.
Yeah, the meter on the front of the amp looks good. He's doing what he should. Alright, sorry, I'm done fucking off with that, I hope. Now I'm almost ready to talk, even though I got my shoelace caught on my tripod. Yeah, I said that. I called myself a tripod.
I hear people out there calling you. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on here.
Well, I would say you warmed up and it sounded great right there.
Well, stand by for some science. I'm going to try something. Stand by.
Alright, I am standing by. I'm going to move my, the camera a little bit. We'll get everything all in frame. And, yes, now we're good to go. Do some science, let's hear it.
Does it sound not amazing when I do this? Does it not amazing, or does it still sound okay? Uh-oh, did we double?
Nope, that is horrible, though.
Okay, but is this horrible? 1, 2, 1, 2, buckle my shoe.
Nope, that sounds great, and just like you normally do.
Okay, well, so this 100 by linear, when you put it in PEP mode, in AM, no bueno, needs to be in RMS mode.
Yeah, it's probably just a low power, and it is just getting underdriven horribly. Maybe if you had a little more oomph behind it, it just kind of, it's probably just like a voltage divider for a low and a high.
We might want to, so I'm hitting about 150 PEP. If I really get into it, it hits 200 PEP. I literally just grabbed this amp out of the pile and said, well, let's hook it up and see what happens. I heard Hawkeye. I don't know. Maybe they can hear you. Maybe take a standby. See what we can get.
I do have a carrier in there, and Hawkeye was in here. I talked to him real quick. He's got his road talker on. But yeah, I got I don't know if it's local. It actually seems like it's way too steady, so yeah, a 7 or so for a carrier with some TV in the background or something.
And for the record, I'm having chocolate chip cookie dough with a brownie.
Swiper was on, or he just sent a video. Where the hell is he? Swiper! Oh man, I either got some of them strawberry swirl cake things or some buffalo blue cheese.
So, I don't know if anyone's watching. Let's see before I start talking to myself here. YouTube, what do we got? Anyone on YouTube? No? Let's check Facebag.
Roger. Yeah, I mean, I definitely get it. What's carrier giving you up there? Is it a decent signal, or is it like nothing? On the 9 in town.
Must have been that video Swipe sent.
Yeah, so I don't know if it's in town. I mean, it seems pretty consistent here. Oh, yeah. Can you hear me over at Swipe or not? I can hear you over here. It's not here, but I hear you. 10 fur.
So, the receive was wonky on this, and I pulled the tubes. On it. Sprayed it with deoxit. I got it out tonight. I noticed when last time I was using it, it did this weird thing where it didn't always want to transmit. Let me see if I can do this without electrocuting myself. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm trying to do this without electrocuting myself. Non-conductive pointy tool. Here we go. So the relay here, I got in there with some burnishing paper, and I didn't want to remove it, and it was too hard to get to. So I tried to run some burnishing paper through it. I must have left some debris. Flipped it over, nothing. No transmit. Pulling my hair out. You know, I work in electronics. Troubleshooting 101. If it worked before you started messing with it, and you messed with it, go back to what you messed with. Went back to here, and I gave it a solid douche with the deoxit. Something must have got in there. Something must have tore off the burnishing paper. Or some debris. Something's going on with somebody's. Anyways, so I cleaned it. I got my transmit back. So let's flip this back over. So we can. There we go. So the other thing we're running tonight. And I guess now you guys can see that, let's change the camera angle here.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh!
Let's get the camera. How are we going to do this? So that probably the best thing to do get all this in frame here. Holy moly. Let's get all this into the... There we go. So, there's the station there. Should be able to see everything now. There we go. So I got all this hooked up. This actually sounds pretty good. Just this station. I had this junk pile 100 linear, and I hooked this up, and I'm getting about 150 watts out. PEP. Little 2-pillar. It's got a working preamp in. I don't know if you can see that. You can actually see. Turn that up. Off. So anyways, where can I put this? Oh, I know. Should we just go to a different channel? By the way, is anyone here in Radioman besides Screwdriver getting about 150 watts, 125, not bad.
Well, you fix it so you could hear you.
Yeah, I heard fix it earlier. I just didn't know if it... I mean, I'm not running as much power as I was last week, but I still should have a decent signal. Why don't we just go to another channel? Screwdriver, maybe somebody got out their old radio and they got across a tube they shouldn't have, and they're acting like a fuse right now.
All right, you never know.
So that was a lull in the activity. I just threw this together real quick. This isn't normally how it operates. It just power supply over there. But with all that said, I think I'm just gonna give this a little clean up, a little TLC. You know, clean up the mic. Let's get the mic in there so you guys can see it. Clean up the mic. This little amp works. Thought about letting a friend use it and wanted to get on CB. Oh. I'm game.
I said that and it just went crazy with noise.
So, yeah, I have a friend that... Oh, whoops. Uh-oh. Oh.
Let's try 16 just to see if we get away from this thing and see what happens.
Okay, we're going to 16.
That is playing on some old radio night, or not playing on old radio nights, but hanging out. Let's go to 16. I'll swipe if can hear me. Let message him and tell him he sucks.
Audio.
That was Cobra.
Well, I don't know. Maybe he needs a new 9-volt.
Sorry, the wife was in here for a minute, and yes, now back to, yes. Back to our normally scheduled program. And what might that be? Well, I'm not real good at scheduling a program, so we just kind of wing it. I hear you on the winging it, my friend. Top of the evening, tell you. Oh, top of the evening. Sounding good this evening. I see John Doe made the trip. Good Lord have mercy. Hello, fellas. Good evening to all you fine folks out there. BS 409. They call me Roper down here in the big ticket. We listening? No doubt about it, 409. Well, they call me Screwdriver up here around the state of Maine. Running this old Robin tonight. We're doing a little bit of old radio night and playing around and running this old Robin executive. There's a little bit of a mess in there, but yes. We definitely are to get some snow, and we heard that other one come in there. I'm glad this old radio is still working. Took it out of the box, got this old Elkin 6 tubes in here that I'm running behind it, just to tee it all off and go old everything tonight. Radio man, take over, would you?
Yeah, how about that 409 Texas? 409 Texas, you copy 260, state of Maine?
Well, yeah, 260, I got a copy of you.
All right, 409. You got Radio Man here. I'm on a Regency range gain, a Turner desk mic, and a little 100 by Linyard I just pulled out of the junk pile. We're doing old radio night, so if you want to check it out, I don't know if Screwdriver, are you running a live stream tonight? All right, well, he's busy, but yeah, if you do YouTube, look up Radioman260. You'll see the old bucket of bolts on the workbench on YouTube, or Facebook, just look up Radio Man. You'll see a little cartoon character. It looks like a Garbage Pail Kid. That's me. So I'm live streaming on Facebook and YouTube.
I hear you, Radio Man. I hear you. Let me get out of here, brother. Let me get out of here. I don't want to tie this up. 409, your buddy Roper, old Texas Roper, down here in the big ticket, Texas Louisiana border. We're going to step back home.
All right, 409, no problem up here in the state of Maine. No problem. We're hearing you good. I got to back the audio down a little bit on the live stream mic. It's a little hot. 1 2 1 2. There we go. All right, it's Radio Man 260 standing by.
Where'd that damn Cobra go? I want to know if that whole Cobra's working yet.
Are you hearing me now there, Fix It?
I think Rabbit, and Cobra was trying the radio earlier, and it didn't work, but then it was starting to kind of transmit and receive on its own, so I talked to him, texted or whatever, an hour or two ago, but maybe he fell asleep.
Yeah, I guess from what I heard this morning, he smoked his power supply.
Yeah, but he had backup, so that wasn't a big deal. That was just for the amp. But he was trying an old bass Cobra radio, 23 channel thing, and it didn't do anything at first, but it started to come out of it. I was kind of curious if it actually came out of it.
Hey, Fix It, can you hear me?
Just barely.
10-4. Alright, well, I'm not running as much power as I normally do.
Are you saying I can squish him right now? Alright.
Hell's scared of squishing him. He was just talking to him. He's probably squishing too, screwdriver.
Oh, I'm sure. Well, it was kind of my stupidity, Hawkeye. Well, mine, not really, but yes. You probably didn't have the volume up because I was trying to talk, but I even showed everybody on live. I had it hooked up backwards, so the radio was going in antenna port, and I've done it many times, and stuff chatters. But it has these nice stickers that say in and out on it, like chrome foil stickers that are on it, in, out. Well, radio's always in, the antenna's out. It's just in for your exciter, out for the power. But then above it in Sharpie, it's rope, antenna, and radio. And they're on the opposite ones. So in happens to say antenna, out happens to say radio. So I swapped them around, and it's all good. Yeah, I figured maybe something was loose or something, but the radio's dropping. I don't know what the hell this range expand does, but oh, there we go. Brought it back up. It's doing about 100 watt dead key, swinging up to about 350. It's 6 sweep tubes. There's 2 little tubes in there too. I don't see them on. I don't know what the heck they're for. Maybe originally it was built as like a CW transmitter, and that's what they were for.
Hawkeye! Oh, you're hearing me, Hawkeye. Oh, that friggin' wire.
Now, just to see. This channel's quieter.
I'm really not hearing that much skip on this radio. I heard that guy in Texas, no problem.
I'm getting minimal noise right now in skip. But if I flip around, it's this. Maybe this should be on the local channel. 12 is still that carrier, which I think is in town. But 11, 15, there's still a bunch of noise. Yep, I Striker on a different antenna, but yeah, still giving me 7 dB. It's been solid. Greg down in Portland had messaged, he must be watching the live or was. He said he couldn't hear it down there at all, so it leads me to think Fix It really isn't hearing it, and he's not hearing it. I think Swiper said it was given a 9, or somebody in town did, so my assumption is it's one of my fans that's watching the page and said, oh, I'm going to throw a carrier because they're playing with old radios.
We're trying to.
Yeah, there's always more channels. And then if they follow you around, there's always an off switch. I don't really care.
I'm debating whether I should switch over to the NDI or take that for Thursday night.
Damn, I wish this thing had sideband in it. Maybe I'll bring down the old Royce. I know Floyd's asking about that. Maybe I'll bring down the old Royce for sideband night. I gotta clean up all these radios. I still got the frickin' Lafayette sitting in here. I can't find a fucking power cord for that damn thing. It's smaller than a lot of them. It's a tiny, I don't know, it's weird. I know I have one or two. I can't find it for the life of me. My whittled down one does not fit.
I would like to see a live stream of you whittling down a power cord.
You would have last week. I did it when I was on it. I sat here. I let people watch me whittle it down with a fucking pocket knife. And I said, man, I'm going to cut my finger wide open and you're all going to get to see me bleed out. I didn't, but yeah, I did it in front of everyone.
Jesus, Murphy.
I was really hoping I wasn't going to get smoked tonight. But then in the back of my mind, I was like, you know, it makes for some good live entertainment.
Yeah, I'm going to hook up that NDI real quick. I think I get more audio than this. I actually think the microphone is an electric condenser.
Roger. Yeah, you don't sound bad. You sound very stock mic-ish, but then you got me like a 7, just a tad forward swing.
Yeah, I'm impressed with this radio. I would have no problem with this on a regular basis.
Heck yeah.
Alright, I'm going to make the switch.
Alrighty.
Stand by for making the switch.
And he's switching.
Stand by for switching.
I gotta look up what the hell is a range expand.
Sounds like a preamp or something.
That's what I thought, but it ain't doing anything. Oh, never mind. Hey, look, it's a mic gain. That's with it off right there with the stock mic, and that's with it on, because there is no mic gain. Never mind. Answered my question.
I was just going to say that when you flipped it, I go, oh, it's something to do with your audio. I could definitely hear the difference.
This is the stock Robin mic with this thing, too. The logo is a little robin on it. It actually looks more like a swallow. Yeah, I said it.
That's not mic gain, it's mic tone.
No, there's no mic anything on this.
Swallow.
This was, well, the radio must have been. The mic was made in Japan.
Well, I'm glad I'm testing this amp out, because I was going to tell that buddy of mine I want to get set up with a radio. Probably wouldn't be a bad little amp, you know, with... It looks like it'll do sideband, looks like it'll do, you know... I never... This thing's been sitting in a milk crate. I'm like, oh, I got to test this thing.
I'll copy the NDI, made in Japan.
That's a lot better.
Made in Japan. Them Japanese, they know how to make some good shit.
Yeah, come on out there, Hawkeye. Give us a little chatter. Audio. Come on, give us some audio.
Oh, I should try to dump my feed into your feed.
Whoa, break 1-3.
Please take it down.
Yeah, I said it. No, it's kind of cool on Facebook if you, you know, like you can do a shared live feed, or I forget what the hell they call it. You can join another person's feed. And, like, it might get a little bit more of a delay, but it'll sync up. Like, me and Cobra's done it a couple times on the page where instead of having 2 different live feeds, it'll be one. But half the screen's my radio, half the screen's his radio. And so you can hear the difference where people are talking each radio at the same time.
Oh, yeah, I suppose if I wasn't streaming on YouTube and Facebook at the same time, Restream, a free account, they let you do it to a personal page. But when I tried to do it, it was like, oh, this is not a personal page. You have to do the paid version. It's like, oh, son of a gun. Because I would just stream it on the main Sidebanders page, but it wouldn't let me do two at the same time like that.
You don't need no stinking YouTube. Go to the Sidebanders page. It's way better.
My receive just got weird.
I think somebody's slopping. I can hear he's talking, whoever it is, but it's not this channel.
Yeah, I think it's skipped because I got a mess profile. Mudbug, you still out there?
Yeah, he's coming from 17. Yes, sir, we are still out here.
Yep, he hasn't smoked that old radio yet.
That's what I'm talking about. Run it like you stole it.
About a screwdriver. I'll copy the NDI. Over.
Oh yeah, that's way louder and sounds way better.
Yeah, I guess I was getting out, but the clarifier actually works on AM, and I wasn't hearing you guys.
That's funny, that's the way that Kraco was. Not the Kraco, that Sparkomatic. Doesn't even have sideband, but it would go like a half channel off one way or the other, and it was way off. I had to use it in the spot it shouldn't have been, but... So is it working now?
I think already it's followed us down.
What? You followed us down. Why'd you do that?
Had to go feed the animals real quick.
I hear you. Will you get all the feeding done?
So how's that thing looking on the meter? Is that NTI working well or what?
Well, kind of nice. It don't get dark till damn near 8 o'clock.
Yes, sir? Where's Cornbread go?
I'm right here.
Oh, yeah, we're starting to get some a crowd coming in now, so might be a little harder to hear you, Mr. Hawkeye.
On this radio, and every one of them's got 10 pounds of noise on it tonight.
Man, I got you giving me a 0 swinging to a 9. I'd say something's working.
Time to get off, Cornbread.
6 o'clock.
You hearing them, radio man?
Oh yeah, cornbread? Feeding the animals?
Yeah. Yeah, there's like 3 of them in there. Sounds like they're locals, just chit-chatting too. Yeah, so that receive must be working pretty good in that thing then.
Yeah, I really think there's, other than it being old and dirty, there's really not a lot wrong with it. You know, I did fix there was an issue with the relay. Remember last week I was like, it doesn't always want to transmit. I straightened that out. It seems to be working fine. And if Hawkeye can hear me, that NDI sounded real good.
Yeah, I don't know if his receive is quite there. He said something about the receive or the delta tune was off and he couldn't hear us. But yeah, the transmit sounded perfect. Where the hell did everyone go?
Waiting, trying to keep quiet. I don't want to step on people I can't hear.
I think there's a bunch of them still talking on 12. What the hell?
Really? I think I hear Paranoid yakking down there. CQ, CQ, this is Radioman260, State of Maine. Anyone got a copy? Hello, Hawkeye. Hawkeye, do you copy? Alright, no Hawkeye. Anyone in the state of Maine copy? Hello.
Radioman, how about that Radioman? Hawkeye is trying.
Yeah, go ahead, Hawkeye. Got you just fine. Go ahead.
Yeah, just getting this radio here's got a few little subtleties, and once you learn them, it actually seems to work pretty good. I like it.
Yeah, it's the transmit sounds real good on it. It's better. It's a lot more. The audio is a lot brighter and punchier. That's for sure.
Yeah, I was telling Screwdriver, I think the microphone on this is actually like an electric condenser.
So, are you on the NDI or are you on the Road Talker?
I'm on the NDI right now. NDI, November Delta India.
Yeah, 10-4. No, it sounds real good.
That's gotta be in town. Fucking Paranoid and Wingnut are talking, and neither of them can hear me. I mean, I'm sure I'm not getting out great, but still.
Yeah, Hawkeye's in there.
What was that?
Oh, I think Screwdriver doubled you. I was just letting him know that you were in there. That's all.
10-4, yeah, there's a carrier. I don't know if you're hearing that carrier in town, but there's a carrier just throwing like TV or background noise on 12, and it's killing me. I think it was giving Swiper like a 9, but it's giving me like a 7 or an 8. You know, it's it must have been giving Paranoid and Wingnut a good signal because they can't hear me over it. Roger. Huh. I was trying to get everyone to come up here, but nobody could hear me.
Yeah, I just heard Paranoid was down on 12.
Yeah, Paranoid and Wingnut, and neither of them could hear me. Not that I'm expecting this radio to be doing anything amazing.
I'll see if I can get through to him.
Yeah, I like it.
Hammer it!
Fucking feed it to corn. Yeah, I'm just talking to him. I don't know. I'm surprised it isn't giving Hutch much of a signal with as much as it's giving me. Maybe it's closer towards us than in town, I guess. Holy crap, 15, 13. They're hammering.
I guess he can't hear me. He's like 10 over his 9 here, but he can't hear me.
Yeah, I heard Hutch talking to him. I assume that carrier's got to be in town. It's not DX. It's got to be right in town, which means I'm sure it was somebody who saw the live feed and said, oh, yeah, let's fuck with them.
Well, I'm on a roll here. I'm
on the wire right now, or you back on the Antron?
No, I'm on the Intron.
Roger. That thing right there is doing real well. It sounds great. Like a 7, swinging forwards, nice and loud. Frig, you might as well drive that into the Yaesu amp.
I have to hook up a foot switch.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a pain in the ass. I do it sometimes, but it's still a pain in the ass.
Okay, yeah, this is the big boy right here, the heavy hitter. Cobra 148 getting her done.
Oh, yeah. Maybe not quite as much of a signal, but definitely louder and definitely more forward swing. That thing sounds perfect.
I got a message from Cobra. He wants to know how much you got to get for that.
I totally recapped this entire radio and did an alignment. This is my baby.
She's definitely working.
This is a stock, just a stock Cobra hand mic too.
Yeah, I mean, depends on which style hand mic you got on it, but that thing is definitely loud, and it sounds good.
Roger. Even put a little talk back in her just the way I like it.
Tan fur. So, Radio Man.
Yes.
Thinking we just gotta pull them junk HF beams down at his house and throw them up like a PDL2 and an Antron up higher, and he don't need to talk on that frickin' those other bands. Come on.
Who we talking about?
Hawkeye. We're gonna have him addicted to be right here. He's never even gonna fire up the other bands anymore. The radio's gonna stay shut right off. He's gonna run that 148 for the next 2 years straight.
Oh yeah, we'll get him a big D10-4.
Fuck, you must have a D104 kicking around there somewhere, Hawkeye.
Well, I take it back. I've only had one D104, and yeah, I don't have one.
I almost got him to say D10-4.
Damn, I'm surprised. I would have thought you would have had one kicking around.
It's funny, you know, I've got every radio I own out on the floor now. I've got Messenger up on the computer screen running, and I had 2 cell phones with 2 different phone lines going tonight. It's like all of a sudden I'm using everything I got.
Oh, I like it.
2 cell phones? Oh my God, what were you doing?
Well, I had one that I was watching Screwdriver's live feed, and the battery was about to die. So I had to fire up the second one, the backup cell phone, and put the other one on the charger.
I'm laughing. Oh, Hawkeye's got the situation room going.
It's like Command Central.
His whole bench by next week is just going to be filled with radios. He's not going to have them on a shelf or in a pile in the corner all over the floor. He's going to have all 3 2510s and 148s and everything just stacked on top of each other on the desk and flipping back and forth. It's going to be amazing.
Yeah, I'm not kidding, Screwdriver. You know that cubby you looked over and saw all those radios? It's empty. They're all on the floor right behind me, and they're all hooked up.
Oh, that is awesome. I love it.
I actually have 2 more that I want to wait till Thursday when you're on the 765. There's 2 more I want to compare. After you mentioned the audio of the 2510, I've got that ready to go. And I want to compare that to the Quad 5N2.
I mean, it is hard to beat a 2510 for audio, and even on sideband. I mean, that's what Swipe has been running the last month or so is a 2510 on sideband and on AM. Hutch hasn't run his in a while, I don't believe, but Hutch runs one in his mobile quite often, and that thing is just stupid loud too.
Yeah, I heard Hutch's last week, and I was blown away because, you know, I've owned 2510s over the years, and I've never associated them with very much audio. Of course, I've always just run stock mics on them.
Yeah, see, I mean, to me, you know, they've always been probably the best mobile radio ever built, as far as CB went, even though they're not CB, but up until recently, you know, now it's hard to say that because there's so many radios out there, but back when it was just some, you know, the Galaxies, the 88s, and the Connex 33s, and, you know, 2950s, the 2510 had all of them beat, hands down. Way louder audio, way cleaner, very stable on sideband, just all around really good rigs.
Yeah, you saw my feed. I still haven't committed this Regency to anything. I just threw it up on one of the workbenches and said, well, this is where we're running it tonight.
I actually wouldn't mind committing this to a shelf somewhere, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's almost just too nice to run. As soon as I'm done this evening, it'll be getting put back into plastic and back in the box, and then put back on the shelf. They had a 23 channel one of these too. I don't think it was a 223, but something like that. And then they had a green one. I don't know what the hell that was called, but it was almost like it was a light green, like an aqua or powder puff green or something. Oh, yeah.
Didn't they make a 2-meter version of that too? It was blue and white. I seem to remember Dr.
don't remember if it was 2 meter, but it probably was. I know the exact radio you're talking about. I remember seeing it there for years. I don't know which band it was on, truthfully. I don't remember if it was a Robin, but it looked very similar. I don't remember paying attention that much. Holy crap, I guess it's falling down. But yeah, I know the exact radio you're talking about.
I don't know why I'm thinking it was 2 meter. I don't know that she had her ham license. Maybe it was a CB.
She might have. I don't know. I mean, he was into radios for a long, long time. Jeez, I wonder if he's still around. I know he was last summer, the summer before, but he was definitely getting up there, and I believe his wife passed a few years back, or several years back now, so I think he would, his place looked abandoned all summer. He'd go up to his camp and come back occasionally, but wouldn't mow the lawn. I mean, the place looked like a haunted house.
I gotta figure out in the audio in my live feed. I get this zzz, 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 zzz. I wonder if it's the light or something in here. Kind of a weird noise.
What's a weird noise?
Oh, I was just checking the live feed that I'm running. In the audio, you get this zzz, 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 zzz when I'm talking, not when I'm talking. It's I have the mic to be able to pick up myself in the radio, just the room mic, not the radio mic, and some sort of buzzing sound that's getting picked up. I just don't know what it's coming from. I'm guessing it's with a light above my head, maybe.
Roger. Yeah, anything's possible. It's weird how it picks up some weird noises like that.
Yeah, I suppose that's something I'll have to look at, mess around. Well, I guess I could try just turning off the light in here, but probably gonna shut it down for the night here in a few minutes.
Oh, come on.
That night I was on till like 11:30. That was friggin' I didn't even realize we were changing the clock, so I lost another hour.
Oh, yeah. It was a couple of late nights. Friday night and Saturday night were both. I was out here both. I haven't done that in a while.
You know that night you guys did that like video chat?
Oh, God, yeah.
Well, we were sitting downstairs and we were getting ready, like we were kind of winding down, and we put a movie on, and my wife happened to look over at me, and she just sees me like waving like really weird. I think I freaked her out, like I was waving to somebody, and of course the camp's in the middle of nowhere in the woods. She immediately pauses the movie and goes, "What are you waving at?" And I said, "There's a video call on the phone." She's like, "Oh," because like I was facing a window, like I was kind of sitting off to the side, and she just saw me like what appeared to be waving out to the window in the darkness. I think I freaked her out.
Like, I didn't know what the hell was going on. I'm sitting at Grady's. Holy fuck, there's one of these things on eBay for $650. I'm sitting at Grady's, and I see my fucking phone going off, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, video call. And I'm like, no, I ain't touching that. And then I slipped or something, and I'm like, I couldn't hear anything. Band was playing. We're all sitting there. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to mess with people because I'm already here now.
Is this where I check in for old radio night?
Well, it is now, yes, sir.
What's happening, Bear?
What is going on?
Not much. Is that your little Robin that you're running that you
people selling them for stupid money, and I'm like, they're nowhere near in this condition. This thing is, yeah, like I said, it'll be getting back into plastic and back in the box when I'm done.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome.
And Hawkeye, we totally forgot about the time change. We're up at camp, and my wife's just like, oh crap, you know, because it was like, it was right at the end of our vacation, and it's like, time change. Oh well.
I didn't really notice it because, you know, my phone changed the time, and oh, it was what it was.
I'm actually surprised this morning wasn't that big of a deal. Like, I thought it was going to be, but it didn't feel any different. I just know in years past, I don't know too, like you said, years past, all you'd hear was on the news and everyone was bitching about it. Like, we were literally at camp Saturday night, and my wife was like, ah, shit. She's like, a time change. And we're kind of like, it was just no thing. We got up like we normally got up. We had breakfast. We left camp. And I got up this morning, and I didn't feel any different.
Exactly.
But, yeah, it sounded like there was a lot of radio activity going on when I was up there.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't get home till later, and yeah, I turned it on. I'm like, oh, there's still a few people out here.
There was a guy that I talked to in Skipland on the mobile on the way home from camp, and he commented. He says, Screwdriver. He says, you kind of sound like Frank Rizzo from Jerky Boys.
To yell at him, say, R-I-Z-Z-O, you fucking jackass.
Oh God, I hope he heard that. I'm hoping he's still in there and he heard that. Frank Rizzo, open your ears, you jackass.
R-I-Z-Z-O. Oh man, those were some good old days right there.
Oh, remember the one he called the demolition company? He's like, how soon can you be here?
Holy fuck, I should listen to that whole album again. That was just too awesome.
Oh, those are some. You know what's funny is, like, I had all those, and they were tapes. I had all the tapes back then.
I mean, I'll still every once in a while yell at people like, "Hey, goat!"
This is the Egyptian magician. Is Hawkeye or Bear familiar with the Jerky Boys?
Oh yeah, we used to listen to them. I actually had kind of forgotten about them.
Oh, me too, until he just said Rizzo.
I sell cars. Oh, the fucker, he doesn't know if he wants to buy. I said, listen, you fuckface, and I shoved his face in the car. I said, you fucking buy.
Can you build me a box? Weld me in?
I got hemorrhoids really bad.
Oh, Summerton's the trailer park boys, but I'll tell you what, I'll fire up a season at work, go through the whole season.
Oh, good God, see him there burning them up? Yeah, I've been thinking about starting to watch those again. Man, they're planning on making, right now, 2 more seasons. One's going to be a cartoon season again, an animated one. I don't love that one, but yeah, one should be back in the park, I guess.
You guys saw, I posted that. We were listening up at camp. It's a Canadian radio station, and we like listening to it because they play a really good mix of music. Like, it's better than anything I could stream. But they friggin' were playing Kim Mitchell, Go for a Soda. It reminded me of that Trailer Park Boys episode when they were in the woods there.
Yeah, that show cracks me up. I mean, it's like it's like Adam Sandler, but on video. Well, old school Adam Sandler on video.
Oh yeah, I remember back in the day watching that show. My wife was like, "What the hell are you watching?" And she sat down and started watching it. She's like, She's giggling.
It took me a little bit to get into, I'm not gonna lie. I watched the first episode probably 6 times.
That was one of those rare TV shows where sometimes a TV show that goes on for too long, it gets stale. Some of that show got funnier as it got funnier the older the seasons got.
Yeah, it's just fucking rednecks, you know. And obviously when they started touring and stuff, like, I mean, I've seen a lot of them
warming up
live,
now.
And it was just too freaking funny. I was in the hamburger eating contest with Randy. I mean, you know, that was amazing.
Oh, God. Yeah, we went to a live show, and they had a 6-paper joint rolling contest. They said that the material was organic hemp.
Roger. Man, I don't know if this radio's starting to wobble out a little bit or what, but it just got really quiet out here.
You're sounding good up here.
Roger. Yeah, maybe the DX just went out. I mean, it is that time that it's going to drop off because it just got real quiet.
I'm getting some flash over from some other channels, but...
Wingnut!
Yeah, you got close neighbors.
Wingnut!
I'm on here tonight.
Where the hell Swiper go? I mean, you guys couldn't even hear me on 12, but I figured he would have come up here, but he just kind of must have just turned it off.
It sounds like he's on 28. I'm going to guess.
Swiper's being a dildo.
I mean, I had messaged, and he didn't even respond. I mean, he knew we were here. Well, if he looked, he knew we were here.
Well, my guess is that he probably figured he wouldn't be able to talk to us, so he went to 28. You know what I mean? If they're on 28, his receive's pretty much shut down.
Yeah, I mean, he's usually still pretty good about it, but, yeah. I know we were trying it the other night, because obviously week 1 hammers him, and we went up to, I think, 65, because 50 was still busy, and that was actually getting far enough away where it wasn't too bad. So, been kind of looking at, you know, which direction to go for maybe a new channel for the noisy. But tonight on the way home, Cobra with message, he's like, I'm not even going to bother having the radio on. He goes, from channel whatever 1 to channel 80 is just constant skip. He's like, I can't hear shit.
Yeah, that's what's going on in town. He's got skip on 28. That's pretty damn loud. Plus, week 1 is pretty fluid on there, too.
I gotta hire some Mexican roofers.
Like they do, they can still talk to each other.
He threw him off the fucking roof.
I fired his fucking ass right off the roof. Boom!
I'm going to have to fucking see if that's on YouTube or something, wherever. I'm going to have to put that in and just listen to it at work sometime this week now. And yeah, there's definitely some noise in there, Fix-It, so I'm with you. I'm sure they're up there shooting some DX, but it's kind of funny. I mean, it all but died off here, and I just scanned down to 12, and it was quiet. It's weird how the carrier disappeared on 12, though, and now 28 is up and talking. It's odd. It was real quiet while that carrier was going on.
I gotta come up with a good power mic for this radio.
What do you want? What you got?
deltas.
Roger. I mean, I personally like the D104s better, but I mean, yeah, so deltas, Turners, I got a bunch of everything. Just let me know.
What do you guys know about crank-up towers?
Oh
they
boy.
crank up and they're cool. Well, what you thinking?
Well, I have one up home and so on.
Nice. I'd buy another one in a heartbeat if I found another one for a decent deal. I even pay decent money. I shouldn't even say a decent deal, but yeah, they can be very convenient.
I knew I had it from forever ago. I just never put it up, but it's still up there. It's about 20, 25 foot long, 4 sections. I'm not sure, you know, I don't know what the extended height would be of it, but I mean, I wouldn't mind maybe possibly installing it here and using it here, but somebody that knows a little bit more about it might want to take a gander at it.
Roger. Yeah, just say the word. Yeah, 4 sections. I mean, it really depends. My little crank up here that's 4 sections is only like 35 feet or 30 feet. But I've seen some that have 3 sections that go almost 60 feet. So depends on how it's built, what size, what it is. Is it wide enough to put a rotor inside of it, that kind of shit. But yeah, I mean, put it up there. I'm all about it. Let's go. Hello. Jeez, I can't get a word in here.
Look at it and see, you know, what I need to do and make it okay and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, I'd definitely take a look at it. I mean, if you don't get a truck or whatever, I'll go up and help you grab it, and we can take a peek at it and find a good spot to throw it up for you. Check the cable, make sure the cable's good, the locking mechanism on the winch, pulleys. And I'm having a hard time finding reasonable ones, but pulleys are going to be your probably biggest downfall on some of them, just seized up. I've got a couple that don't work so well on mine. Still goes up and down well, but yeah, it's going to have issues soon.
Spray them down with fluid film, let them set for a day, they should be fine.
Cobra's trying to get in, guys.
Oh, that was Cobra. I thought I heard somebody keying up with him. Frickin' Cobra.
Yeah, I've been trying for half an hour.
Fuck you did. Don't you lie to me.
Yeah, see?
Oh, the cat has spoken. You must be right.
You're exaggerating, Cobra. Shut it down.
I assume you're not running off the Cobra?
No, it didn't do more than, you had to have the volume on full blast to hear a little bit. I tried a different mic on it too, and it didn't, what? Oh, yeah, that too. Yeah, no, I couldn't get it to do much more than make clicking noises, but it was transmitting.
Did the meter move at all, or was it just, just dead quiet because there's no receive?
Just about quiet, there was no receive. It has an external, place an external speaker on the back, but I don't know what kind of plug that is. That's not something I have here.
Should be a headphone jack. Yeah, that's what I was going to ask, because if the meter's moving and you're just not hearing the sound, those just get a little corroded. So a lot of times you stick a headphone jack in and out of it a few times, it'll clean the connection and usually work.
Give it the old in and out.
Whoa, just a tip.
Just the tip. See how it feels.
Yeah, I couldn't get it I left it on for a couple hours, hoping it would come out of it. I mean, it did more than it started with.
So you were seeing some type of power out of it and the meter moved a little bit?
Yeah, well, the meter on the radio wouldn't, but I mean, on the friggin' dozy, it was dead keying like, I don't know, 3.5 watts, something like that, swinging like 7
meter, could just be sticky, who knows. So yeah, I mean, it could be a couple little things, but sounds like it's still got some potential. I don't know, my power level's dropping off over here. I don't know if that's potential or if that's weak tubes, tuning going out of whack. Still swinging good, but yeah, the carrier level is not quite there anymore.
Are you running it through everything else?
Oh, I'm on an old Robin bass tube radio, and I'm running a 6-tube Elkin bass tube amp. So it was old school night tonight.
Yeah, Cobra, I got up the mystery 2-pill amp, and it works.
Yeah, I got stuff around here that was a mystery. But, yeah, we'll figure something out, I'm sure. But, yeah, well, no smoke came out of it, so that was good.
Smoke them if you got them. Oh yeah, I see this thing raising on power the longer I stay heat up. And then dropping. That is kind of weird and funny to watch. I wonder if it's the amp or the radio. I like it.
Yeah, it does drop down on you a little bit when you're talking, and it starts to come back up towards the end of the carrier.
Roger. No, well, the power on the radio did drop a little bit. It's down to a 2-watt carrier, so.
I can't believe how good that thing sounds. I really did not have that high of expectations.
What's that, this thing?
Yeah.
Man, especially for it being the stock mic. I mean, I figured I'd throw a D104 or something on it, but it looks like it's doing just fine without it.
So, what? The two things, I hear the DX is still in here. And is that why you guys tried this one?
No, see, you weren't on. There was a carrier on 12. I believe it was right in town. The entire time, right after we started the feed, right after I started the live feed, carrier came in. Isn't that weird? And the better part was, as soon as the carrier disappeared, everybody started talking on 28. So, but yeah, Swiper was on. He couldn't hear me over it. Rabbit could real quick. Wingnut and Paranoid were talking on 12. I couldn't get over it to them. Nobody could get into them. But I think Swiper said it was giving them like a 9. But it was like just a dead key with like a TV going in the background or something.
Fascinating.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? See? You know.
Now, to give the benefit of the doubt, somebody may have had an old radio that was so old, when they looked it up, all it did is key up, and they didn't know it. They just figured it wasn't working.
Well, that's what I said. Somebody was acting like a fuse.
It's possible, but yeah, I mean, there was audio coming out of it. And if I'm sitting here and I plug in a radio and it's not making noises, I'm probably going to talk to myself at least once in an hour and be like, what the fuck? Why is it so quiet? I'm going to say something. I'm going to try to key the radio up and talk. You know, they didn't even try to key the radio up and talk because there was nothing in the background besides the TV or whatever the hell it was.
Yeah, you'd hear a belch or a fart or two.
Yes. Yeah, you'd hear a little, something.
Shit, I think I must have did a couple on the stream tonight.
Oh, that's always the best. Fuck, I actually got my Variac out tonight to fucking turn these things on slowly. That's how, well, I didn't want the radio to go up in smoke. I didn't really care about the amp.
You got it out, but you didn't use it, did you?
No, I did. I used it on both of them. Right on live, I brought it up. I was like, yeah, there's 10 volts, 30 volts. Brought it up real slow on the live feed. I wasn't just hooking up the radio. I wasn't, I was on live when I was taking the radio out of the box. I went right from the beginning to the end.
We had some guy from Texas holler about it. We're on a 148 over here tonight, Cobra.
Oh, that was a couple people keying up, but there you go, Cobra. He said he's got a perfect 148 over there.
Holy crap, guys keep stepping on each other.
4 watts. Who's got 4 watts? Oh, I can tell. Where you at? And Horn to New Mexico. Well, you got a screwdriver in the state of Maine, so your 4 watts is working.
More modulation would be nice. Carry is good.
All right. So, Hawkeye, what are you running right now for a radio again?
The 148, I'm still on that.
What are you gonna have for that?
Ah!
Don't worry, Radio Man already put that one in for you. Oh, that's awesome.
Why'd you ask about the receive, Cobra? You got one with questionable receive?
No, Mr. Vic just keyed up a couple of times and he keyed up when he wasn't even there.
Oh yeah, I can't hardly hear him when I'm on the Antron. I can only hear him on the wire. So I apologize for any keying on fix that may have happened.
Squish.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm going to try to dig out a 10-foot section of pipe this weekend.
What do you gotta have for that?
10 feet, $1.298, sir.
What kind of pipe do you need? I probably got some in the junk pile. Actually, everything's in the junk pile, but there could be something.
Wait, what was the toll booth? It wasn't $1.298. That was $1.25, sir.
Really?
Welcome to Worcester, $1.25.
I am so listening to that in the next 3 days at work sometime.
You fucking asshole! I'm coming out of the fucking booth!
Now, Cobra is going to know the jerky voice, all of it, too.
Yeah, well, that was Adam Sandler. I know the whole jerky voice around. Yeah, I like the inspection one. For the car salesman.
Oh, yeah, whatever, fucking. Jerky voice was to seal me up in a box, never mind. But yes.
Yeah, the car salesman one was good, and the other one that always cracked me up was, it's funny too, I was looking at the comments in the YouTube channel, some guys like, yeah, they were like 20 minutes from where I live, those guys. But, the freaking, demolish the house. How soon can you be here, that fucking bitch?
It's like you have a special license? Yeah, I have a special license. I have all those licenses.
You want a guy sells cars, I sell cars.
Mexicans up there with the hot mops on the roof.
They're all coming out of the woodwork.
Small chain steering wheel.
Are those your cousins with the sweet hookups? Oh wait, that's something else. Never mind.
Never mind.
You know why Mexicans like that small steering wheel, right?
No, senor.
Easier to drive with handcuffs.
Nice.
Right?
Go ahead, break.
Okay, I'll wait till it takes the picture. I'm just gonna let you know we all shall work out here on the coast. Don't make it a great crap.
getting thrown under the bus. It happens at least weekly at work.
Swiper, I was telling him he give me 2 more GBs down here, and he's giving me about 3S units a swing now. It sounds very good down this way, but I said, I'm glad you didn't listen to Screwdriver about putting that antennas out, because he run and was the president of a school from 1990 to 2005. It was called the Throw, Hook, and Go School, and I graduated in 1994.
Oh, I love it. Damn, you're smooth. Thought you were on vacation.
I'm back home now.
Nice, how was it?
I'll tuck it out being an old man, you know. But no, that carrier ain't giving shit down here. But I've been noticing that the last week or two. That shame.
Hippie, Jesus, you're behind. You gotta take the last week and get re-downloaded.
We're all good. I figure if I ever need to get in, like going to a library, I'll just go up to Wales and microfiche some of the old video.
Whoa.
Oh, I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
You too.
What? Don't go away.
Oh, I'll be listening. I like listening to you guys. That's why I don't talk a lot of nights. I enjoy listening and learning. And, you know, I learned quite a bit from you birds, but I had to laugh the other night. I said, yes, sir. Swiper's gonna like that one. Throw, hook, and go.
That's how I know you're lying right there. Nobody likes listening to us.
I've been told we make IQs go down.
I know we put people to sleep.
I'm tired.
See?
Oh, Cobra, don't get me started, because I know Bob and them will like this one. Things have changed now, but I can remember when you used to ride down this way with the Over the Hill gang. I always knew it was you because you had a four-wheeler and you were the only guy that had a couch for a friggin' seat.
You knew that. It's still the same. I haven't bought anything new. Complete with Couch Max.
The good old Couch Max.
Had trouble on some of the four-wheeler bridges, though, Bob. He had trouble getting across, and he stopped out in the dooryard with a bunch of them one day and all went over the garage. You got a pillow?
Oh, I love it. What are you running down there tonight, hippie? You sound a little different. I mean, it could be this fucking 45-year-old radio I'm on.
350, Magnum, and an old Turner hand mic.
Roger. No, it sounds good. Normally it's just a ton of swing and stupid loud, and no, it sounds really good. It just didn't sound like you normally have been recently.
No, I finally got it through this thick skull of mine. If I turn the carrier up, it don't do that.
Yeah, I hear ya. I mean, it doesn't look as good on the meter, but it definitely, it cleans it up. It's easier to understand you when you're like this, that's for sure.
Well, I'll say I'm going to throw Joker under the bus. Me and Joker, we have trouble on the CB every once in a while. We forget to put our teeth in.
CB any of them. See, now that guy sounds like crap here.
Oh, I bet it does. White banded as hell, but it's here and not mine.
How about it fix it? How about it fix it? Can you hear me?
We're in a bunch of Puerto Ricans right now.
Hey, that's not nice to call Hawkeye Puerto Rican. He was yelling for fix it.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Yeah.
Something, I heard something, Taco Bell, extra cheese, I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm freaking starving. Think we should head out.
I'll be on my way.
Somebody's gonna 10-5, I guess.
Yeah, he was just yelling for you and you couldn't hear him. So, I don't know if that's on him not getting out or you not receiving.
Yes.
How about it fix it? How about it fix it? Can you hear me?
It has something to do with my static level.
No, you can't hear me.
No, I'm going with he can't hear you.
I hear you, Hawkeye.
That's a challenge.
I guess I won't apologize to him then for keying up on him because neither one of us can hear each other.
It happens.
Skidder, what old radio you running tonight? Oh. Okay, I thought I heard him earlier. Must be imagining things.
I'm running an old president. No, I'm not. Running an old unit in Washington.
I mean, it is considered an old radio.
Now, we don't really have a set number or what's the classic, you know, is it, 30 years plus, 40 years? Does it have to have tubes to be classified,
I mean, we're not running an old tube radio night, it's just old radio. I mean, everything I own is old. Yeah.
I need to get my hands on an old radio for old radio night.
Didn't you just... Oh, no, you didn't give one away. That was Bear. Never mind. I mean, I got a bunch of old junk mobiles that are old radios. Take your fucking pick. I'll bring one down and throw it out the window.
I've done for it. Probably all I need.
You just gotta catch it, or not, that's fine too. Do it during the storm there. Go right in the snowbank, you'll find it in the spring, or the weekend. Probably all melt by then anyway.
Exactly.
I got a text message from Nova up in Skowhegan earlier. He's got a Ranger RCI 2960 for sale if anybody was interested in that.
What, a 2950?
2960.
Oh, that was, he probably wants money for it, because those are rare. They're kind of odd ducks.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's what he was saying. They're a little rare, I guess.
A little raw, probably use the cream.
I don't think I've ever seen one.
Do you have that cream in stock, Cobra?
Maybe. I'll get screwdriver and whip up another batch.
Freshly screws. Yeah, I think I actually remember seeing him have that thing for sale a while back somewhere online.
10-4, yeah. I told him I'd relay the message for him. I think he's got a 959 for sale, too.
How much was he looking to get out of the 2960, do you remember? It's pretty much just a, what are they, the 4800s, like the Connex 4800s and the Ranger 4800s. It's, you know, it's got the 6 push buttons, it looks like a regular radio, 148F, you know, looks like one of that style radios.
Yeah, I think he was looking for 600.
Oh, fuck, yeah, no, he'll have fun with that.
Holy shit. I mean, it might be worth it.
Oh, God, my sphincter.
I mean, you know, like I said, you don't see them often. For a collector, it probably would be worth it. But I can go buy a 4800 brand new for like $200. That's the same exact radio.
Yeah, 10-4. I don't know how much they're worth. I was just relaying the message. You said 600 or trade for 98 VHP, whatever that is.
Those are good radios, and those are under $600 brand new. So, I mean, that might not be a bad deal for somebody. I mean, like I said, the Ranger, it is an odd duck, and it is something that, yeah, would be different.
We should tell John.
He might be interested in something like that. He would spend that. But I think he has a certain style, because he's got a couple of Texas Ranger, a Texas Ranger like 69 or 696 or 969, whatever. That's basically the same exact radio, too.
69.
Just the tip.
Alright. I gotta go to bed, guys. I'm fading out.
Freaking quitters.
Exhausted. Oh, wait, what? I think I napped this afternoon. I don't even remember the afternoon.
I didn't get a nap.
What's some BS?
It's typically frowned upon at work. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You know what's funny? Well, no, you want to bet ain't funny. You're just old, but I only noticed it with you. But when you key up and talk, the modulation light on this radio actually comes on and goes with your modulation.
Audio!
Oh, that is funny.
That is exactly what we needed.
I can just barely hear him. But anyways, good night, Radio Man.
Well, that sounds like a you problem, Fix It.
Man, there's a lot of you problems out here tonight. What the hell?
Yes, well, I gave all my radio problems away, so they're all you problems.
Nice. That's it. I think I just messaged, Wingnut. Maybe not.
No, that was me, and a bigger of a schlong.
Oh, you're welcome. It's a good thing you had a good Zoom.
It says, welcome to Jamaica, ma'am.
Si, senor.
Next island over.
Oh, see, senor.
Aha.
Not trying to be cruel, but a lot of radios out here are at the signals they're supposed to be at. Radio Man, you ain't that one.
Oh, yeah, he said, he was running a little amp that was trash bound. It's like a one transistor. He did say he was still getting like 100 watts out of it, swinging 200 or something, which is surprising, but yeah, he definitely wasn't doing his normal power.
2-pill, bilinear 100.
Mr. Fisher just stepped on him. I'd be embarrassed.
Oh, man. It's okay, Radio Man. He didn't step up on you here.
That's it, you guys. I'm going home.
Yeah, you can't play with my crayons. That's usually about when it's time to upgrade right there.
Hey, I was testing out a freaking amp that was sitting in a milk crate. I gotta know if these things work.
I mean, no offense, Fix-It.